So I've got my first market of 2025 on Saturday. 99% sure this is not enough sugar. Can I be successful? And I mean that in my soul. Welcome back to the vlog, the channel, the days of my life. This is Renascential. I'm Victoria. Hi. As you guys can see, I'm all geared up to start making some products. I have a market this weekend. Market season is back. So I'm starting with a batch of scrubs that I need to restock, and then I have a small batch of oils, and then the majority of my restocking needs to be my body creams, but I'm actually out of an ingredient that I need. And long story short, shipping from Canada is causing me problems. So that should be here today, and then I'll work on those either later on this evening, realistically tomorrow. So scrubs first. Cheers. It's 7 a.m. but 5 o'clock somewhere. So I've got my master batch of scrubs on the heat, and that's actually ready to come back in here and start dealing it out into all the different scents I'm making. But I figured at some point I should slow down and tell you what we're actually planning for. So I've got my first market of 2025 on Saturday, and it's actually at the first location I ever did markets at, which I think I actually included footage of in one of these vlogs, so enjoy the throwback. So what else am I missing? It is a night market. We'll have about 45 to 50 other vendors out there, I think. Maybe 35 to 40. And, you guys, you're coming with me. So before that, I still have a little bit of prep left to get ready. So the scrubs are step one in this final prep phase that I'm in. I'm also going to make a batch of creams and oils. I'm just kind of topping off everything because I have a decent amount of stock behind me in my storage containers. So once the products are done, moving on to stamping bags and basically just getting all of the booth materials ready and packed up. I haven't really touched any of that since last year, so I need to just open everything up, make sure everything's looking good, wash my tablecloth, things like that. Oh, and because it's a night market, I also need to get my solar powered lights out and make sure I get those charged up before it's too late. So on that note, I've got my team on it. My team is me. And everyone has their marching orders, so let's get back to it. Thank you for calling. In my vendor market packing video, yeah, those are all coherent words. In that video, there were a lot of you that said you were either about to have your first market or you were looking for tips for markets. So that just makes me wonder what you all have planned for this year. I talked about the fact that I want to do a minimum of like 75, or at least apply for at least 75, and then we'll see where I get accepted. But if any of you are having your very first market this year, or you're on year 3 or 4 like me, let me know. I kind of want to know, how has your experience been at markets? Do you see the benefit in doing it? Do you think it's a waste of time? Are you getting good ROI out of it? Yeah, all the things. Let me know below, because I'd love to start a conversation. When I first started markets, full disclosure, I was super excited. After maybe the third one, I'm an introvert. So there was just a point where I felt a little out of my wheelhouse, but I'm talking about my own products, so it wasn't horrible. It wasn't like trying to make small talk. I'm actually talking about my stuff. It was just difficult to be out there and set up, and then if it's hot, if it's cold, I would get into this complaining cycle in my head and be like, I could be doing anything else with my time. I could be doing anything else with my time. But when I stopped being a brat, because honestly that's really what I was being, there was no great reason for me to be complaining about the markets as much as I was. Once I stopped that and kind of just took them for what they were and started to lean into them, and I really do mean like lean into them and get out of my booth and stand up during the market, walk around and talk to other business owners, that made all the difference. And now honestly, I'd rather be in a market than showing up on my Instagram profile. And I mean that in my soul. That is a bigger talk for a different time, but I'm having some very conflicting thoughts and feelings about being on certain apps these days, specifically Meta-owned apps, you know? But again, bigger conversation, different time. I'm wondering if it's worth it. Does it feel authentic? Does it work for my business? Can I be successful without the help of Mark Zuckerberg? I think so. I know so. And all of this thinking is kind of why I've decided to really shift my marketing strategy for this year, and my social media strategy for that part. So we'll be doing a lot of different things over here at Renascential. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about that. I will have a whole video all about my thoughts on social and marketing and staying authentic to yourself and also your brand coming soon. Okay, I'm obviously having one of those days where I cannot multitask to save my life. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Bella. You are doing your thing, girl. 99% sure this is not enough sugar, but it's fine. We'll just go get more. It's fine. I would just like to confirm I don't have enough sugar, but it's okay. It's fine. So I've got the scrubs all done. They are cooling down back here. I'm gonna let them sit overnight. You guys know the deal. Now I'm working on getting those batches input into my inventory system so that the ingredients and everything is up to date in here. And then I will not allow myself to not market myself this year. So before I wrap up in the studio today, I need to design a graphic promoting all of the markets that I'll have this month. Bare minimum. Alright guys, it is late and I didn't even get it done. I started working on like a branding document. Yeah, so I'm heading to bed and I'll do this in the morning, as well as the creams and a small batch of calendula and safflower oils. Good night. Hey guys. Good morning. It's a stressful one, but it's good nonetheless. So earlier this month, I did all of my due diligence and made sure that I ordered everything that I needed so that I could come in here and hit the ground running with product making. Or I thought I did. Apparently the one thing that I did not account for was cetyl alcohol, which is really funny now thinking about it because I could have split the amount that I had left. But you remember that little clip of me yesterday dumping it into my scrubs? Yeah, I'm all out now. But I noticed that yesterday. I noticed that while I was dumping it all out, and I went ahead and placed another order to get here ASAP, and basically that was all set to get here this morning between 4 to 8 a.m. It is 8:30 and I do not have cetyl alcohol, and it's not going to get here probably until 3 to 5 p.m. It's Friday. My market is tomorrow, and the scrubs are my best sellers. So I tried to find it closer, somewhere I can go pick it up myself. It's just not going to happen. So I'm pivoting. I just need to pivot because if I sit and think about it too long, I'm going to punish myself and get really upset, and that's not productive. So what do we do instead? I have a whole list of things that I still need to get done before this market, so let's check and see what I can actually do that will move me forward. A lot of the stuff left on my list are things like, I wanted to wash my tablecloth, but actually have another so I can wash that one and just pack the other one. I need to charge my lights and my card reader, all of that stuff, those little market prep details. I need to get some gift bags and then stamp those, and then I need to order those in bulk and get ahead for the rest of the year. Oh, and the last thing that I definitely want to do is fix up all of my tester labels for all of the jars that sit on my table. The ones on the front on the trays, those are fine, those are fresh. But the 8-ounce jars, actually the ones that sit on the bigger risers behind the trays, those I want to get freshened up with new labels just so people can see those are also testers. They aren't the final product. People tend to pick them up, but they really are kind of for show. And then I have the good inventory behind me below, which I'm just gonna make that a tip for you guys because I have lost count how often people come to the table and they see the testers in the front, and I say the testers are in the front, but they pick up my 8-ounce jars and some have dipped their finger in there. So I kind of just adapted all of those jars. At one point were supposed to be sold, but it just got to the point where I wasn't comfortable with how often they had been opened up, and I made those display jars only. So there is final finished product, and all of them, I just refuse to sell it at this point. Yeah, so now they're stock props. The other thing that I can definitely get done is a small batch of calendula and safflower oils. That's the only one that I'm running low on. Everything else is good. So I will do that as well. But I think that's it. I think that'll fill my day enough until hopefully in that 3 to 5 p.m. range when the cetyl alcohol will get here. And honestly, all is not lost because tomorrow's market is a night market. I don't have to be there until I think 3:30 p.m. or so. So there's definitely still some time for me to finalize and do things tomorrow if I really bust it out and just get up early to work. So pivot. We're pivoting, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I to check on shipping. Yes, Victoria. I'm okay, how are you doing? That sounds good. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Well, look who has bags. See, sometimes things do work out. Got the goods. Let's make some creams. But in all seriousness, it is all fun and games until I start to panic. So let's just get back to work. I'm so productive in the morning, so I just love to knock things out first thing when I wake up. But yeah, this little delay threw me off. I haven't even started the body oils yet, so I'm gonna do that first. And then we'll get the batches of creams going. While those melt down for just a little bit longer, it's been a little bit of time, I'm going to start, or I guess keep working on my Instagram post. It's coming along. I'm doing a great job. Okay guys, this is where I'm gonna leave everything for the night. I have my scrubs over on one of the shelves on the side actually, but we know the deal. Everything's gonna set up overnight and then I'll come in here in the morning and get everything jarred up. Labeled, is what I meant. And on that note, I'm going to put caps on this stuff here behind me because it's definitely cooled down enough. I'm not worried about the condensation anymore. And then I'm going to bed. So I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning because we have a lot more planning to do before I will feel ready for this market. See you guys in the morning. Guess who just posted on Instagram? That's right, I did. That's not the right post. Guess who just posted on Instagram? That's right, I did. I'm sorry, but it has been since September 5th, 2021 that I've posted. That was 2 days after I launched my business. Oh my gosh. But now that I have that up, I need to get all of that stuff labeled. I need to fix the tester labels, like I said, and then I'm not even gonna go through the list. Let's just jump back into the things I need to do in the next 3 hours before I head out of here. Good morning, let's go to work. Hi Mom, how are you? Well, after all that stressing about the acetyl alcohol and all the planning for the market, I made it about 45 minutes into my 1 hour drive before I got a call letting me know the market was canceled due to a scheduling conflict. So I pivoted again and got home and turned this into a full-on self-care night. Hot bath, cup of tea, book on the couch, the works, but no outro to this video. In the next vlog, we are launching a brand new product. And guys, I am so excited for you to see what I've been working on. Honestly, it's kind of like 3 new products, but you'll see. I have some big things coming for Renascential. In the meantime, if you like this video, you already know what I'm going to ask. Please like, comment, share with a friend, and if you're new here, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video.